What is going on, y'all? This is your boy, the Bengal Dragon. Make sure to hit that like, subscribe, and bell notification button, as all your support really helps this legally blind YouTuber remain motivated to continue making many videos in this channel, and through the YouTube algorithm would really help the channel grow. I've been keeping a very close eye on proceedings, but it appears that there is a new interesting page to the story as the entire saga unfolds. Every time you think that the matter has been decided and concluded. And let me tell you, as a cricket fan and as a person who, like so many other people, have had enough of the one sided policies made by the ICC, I am absolutely loving this. Just a brief recap of what happened. Okay, there's something called an IPL, basically an Indian Premier League, which is basically just in name, you can say a domestic tournament in India regarding T20 cricket. It's something along the lines of MLB kind of thing that's going on over here in America. But you get like Japanese players and whatnot, and it's basically considered the biggest league in baseball, where even the finals is called the World Series. Now in IPL, we had a player called Mustafizur Rahman. He was the only person selected from Bangladesh, and he went up after an auction bidding between Kolkata and Chennai, and there might have been one other team. He got sold for 9.2 in Indian currency we call it crore. Now, considering that there is some political unrest between India and Bangladesh, although it's not that intense as in like boots on the ground invasion type of thing, and considering that there are local elections that are going on in India, there have been a lot of people who started to protest, saying that Mustafizur Rahman should not be in the Kolkata team or any other IPL team because he is from Bangladesh. And they basically further on went on to make threats, saying that if Mustafizur Rahman lands, we are going to beat him up, or his security will be at risk, and there will not be enough security to protect him from the people who want to cause him harm. This is all on video. This is all on video. You can look it up. And they also extended those threats to the owner of Kolkata Knight Riders, Shah Rukh Khan. So, in response to this, the Board of Control of Cricket in India, BCCI, they actually advised KKR to remove Mustafizur Rahman, which KKR did. So, in response to security threats, BCCI removed a Bangladeshi player from an Indian tournament that is going to take place in India. Context is very, very, very important. And just to give you a bit more context, there have been Bangladeshi consulates that are being closed down and vandalized in India right now. After that, what happened? The IPL is supposed to happen in May. The BCCI asked KKR to remove the only Bangladeshi player from their team for a tournament that is happening in May, in response to threats given to that Bangladeshi player. Anyone with a working brain will tell you that the BCCI cannot guarantee that Bangladeshi player's safety. There's an ICC Cricket World Cup T20 format tournament that is about to start in a few days, actually, February 7th. Okay, and I believe one of the warm up matches was supposed to happen today, but it got washed out. Now, Bangladesh, they made a very good point because Bangladesh were scheduled to play in Kolkata, where the Kolkata Knight Riders are based off of, and the team for which Mustafizur Rahman was supposed to play, who got removed by a BCCI decision in response to threats provided to Mustafizur Rahman. Okay, and just to add further context to it, and like I said, this is all on tape. This is all on YouTube. You can look it up. There's an Indian politician, I forgot his name, but there's an Indian politician who said that the removal of Mustafizur Rahman from KKR is a victory of Hinduism. Let me repeat that. The removal of the only Bangladeshi player from an Indian tournament by India is a victory of Hinduism. That in itself should tell you India is in a very precarious position that they themselves are to blame for finding themselves in. A lot of their vote base are of this mindset. Everything that is being done in the name of protecting Hinduism. So after that, the Bangladesh Cricket Board, they actually came out and said that if you can't provide security to only one of our players, how can you provide security to the entire Bangladesh contingency that is supposed to play in Kolkata, along with their journalists and along with the fans that will arrive? And that's a very valid point. Because it's an ICC tournament, the ICC does not have its own security enforcement team. The ICC works with the host nations to provide security. At least that's how I think it works. So Bangladesh basically stated that due to security concerns, and this is, from the government level, due to security concerns, they requested their matches be shifted to Sri Lanka. And yes, Sri Lanka is basically a co-host under the hybrid model formula that is being implemented in this tournament. In the process of the negotiation, there was one idea proposed that just make a swap, change one team from one of the groups that is playing their matches in Sri Lanka with Bangladesh, so that Bangladesh plays their games in Sri Lanka and that other team plays their games in Kolkata and Mumbai. And logically speaking, that is the most pragmatic solution that was available at that time. However, the ICC apparently sent their security team and said that there is no security threat and whatnot. But like I said, on a logical level, it does not make sense. If there is no security threat, then they have to use that to explain why Mustafizur Rahman was removed due to security concerns. And if he was not removed due to security concerns, why was he actually included in the auction? And why was he being bid for by Indian teams if the reason for his removal is more political and their belief that Bangladeshi players should not play in the IPL? Then why was he invited to the IPL auction? And amidst all this, the chief of the ICC right now is Jay Shah, the son of the Home Minister of India, Amit Shah. Right, so basically politically very much affiliated. So the end result of ICC's quote unquote intervention and investigation was that Bangladesh will either have to agree to play all their matches as scheduled or be removed. And the reports coming out is that Bangladesh were actually cornered and disrespected when their case was brought up and the verdict was delivered. In fact, during the voting process, there was only one team that stood beside Bangladesh, and that is Pakistan. Bangladesh said, okay, due to security concerns, we are not going to participate in this year's T20 World Cup tournament. Let me stop here for a moment and give you my thoughts on this. Okay? Bangladesh absolutely made the right decision. Okay, let me explain why. I'm seeing people online, and I'm sorry. Tamim Iqbal is one of them. Tamim Iqbal is one of them. And I was a Tamim Iqbal fan, man. Yo, you gonna sell your team short like this? Like I said, the IPL incident, the Mustafizur Rahman removal incident, was not acknowledged. There was no proper explanation given to this. That issue was not resolved. And then Bangladesh were compelled to forget all that and listen to India. That no, it's our way or the highway. Which means that Bangladesh would have to play the matches in an atmosphere of fear, not feeling secure. And to add to all this, very recently, Lionel Messi came to India. He came to Kolkata. He had to be removed due to security concerns. People were going to rush the arena. That further highlights how bad the security situation actually is in India. So, Bangladesh had very good reason. Very good reason. And Bangladesh even tried to work with the ICC, provide a practical solution. In fact, I posted this on Twitter. I'm like, listen, just have the matches happen in Bangladesh. Have the Bangladesh matches happen in Bangladesh. The distance between Kolkata and Dhaka is very small. You're talking about logistical issues and travel issues. That's as small as you can make the travel. My assessment is that, listen, Jay Shah wanted to save face, okay? If Jay Shah admitted and accepted any of Bangladesh's requests, this would make the Indian political system look weak in an era where they're trying to benefit out of the hate mongering against Bangladesh that they are producing right now. So this would go against their modus operandi. Anyways, after this, Pakistan stepped in. Pakistan said that what happened with Bangladesh was very wrong and you weren't there in the board meeting room to understand how wronged Bangladesh were. And Mohsen Naqvi said that, yeah, this will be revealed in due time. And he also said that, okay, we have to do something. We have to do something for Bangladesh. After all that, the current state of affairs is that Pakistan will take action in a certain way. Either boycott the tournament or wear black armbands or boycott some matches. And then a government level tweet came out. And amidst all this, okay, the Indian media were brewing. The Indian media were boiling. The Indian media were basically cooking. All right, that we excommunicated Bangladesh. We will excommunicate Pakistan as well. We will exile Bangladesh and Pakistan to the massive void of cricket, okay, where they will be lost to the universe and never come back. That's how powerful India is. Okay, they said that's how powerful India is. Okay, so ICC decision. Okay, not India's decision. On paper, on paper. Behind the scenes, we all know what's going on. Okay, it is India run. Okay, and it is India run to the point where even a lot of Indians are saying uh, the ICC is basically a branch of the BCCI office, a Dubai branch of the BCCI office. Mohsen Naqvi said that he will have to consult with his government and see what can be done. And then the government of Pakistan released a tweet saying that we don't have any issues with Pakistan participating in the T20 World Cup. However, we will not play the match against India on February 15th. Hearing this, the ICC are in a frenzy. They released a press release, I believe, within an hour or two of this tweet coming out, saying that there'll be dire consequences and, like, significant impact to the ecosystem of cricket and all that. Okay. And now ICC are brewing again. ICC are in panic right now. And believe me, I'm loving this. I am loving this. Okay. It Indian controlled ICC, they are absolutely in panic. And just to say Indian controlled, right? Listen. Man, Kapil Dev, man. Kapil Dev, yo, really, man? Are you that desperate for money that somebody will give you a cheeseburger and you're going to say whatever on TV? Kapil Dev himself came and said that, listen, we earned the most because we made a lot of effort, we put in a lot of hard work to earn as much money. So since we earned the most, we get to have a lot of influence on world cricket. It's just a natural order of things. I'm like, that mindset, okay, believe me, I'm in human psychology for a long time. That mindset is the reason why India is showing they do not deserve to lead world cricket, because they cannot be trusted with their power and not to abuse that power. No, just because you earn the most does not mean you will get things done your way, and your way is more important than what other people have to say and how other people have to feel about the matter, even if your way logically is wrong, logically and ethically is wrong. No, just because you earn the most money does not mean you get to bully world cricket. The broadcasters have basically signed very lucrative deals with the ICC, which basically asks them to deliver India versus Pakistan matches. Now, India and ICC are stuck because India knows whatever the ICC decides, and if I'm not mistaken, Jay Shah is also the chief of the BCCI as well. India knows whatever ICC decides, it's basically India's decision. Okay. The Indian media are saying apply pressure on Pakistan and whatnot, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Exile them, excommunicate them, fine them, penalize them, yeah, whatever. Okay. Pakistan is like, okay. Okay, to use a Hindi phrase, बच्चू करके दिखा. पाकिस्तान को निकालना है ना, करके दिखा. एक ट्रॉफी नहीं ले सके और पाकिस्तान को निकलवा के रहेगा. Despite all of India's might and influence and, the Kid Boga scammer type proclamation, now I show you my power. India won the Asia Cup, okay, and are still able to take the trophy from Mohsen Naqvi, because Mohsen Naqvi is the ACC Asian Cricket Council chief. Okay, and Mohsen Naqvi made it very clear he will give the trophy to India in the traditional way, observing decorum, where an Indian person will have to accept the trophy from a Pakistani person by shaking hands and all that. And when that happened, the Indian media were jumping up and down that, we will excommunicate Mohsen Naqvi and we will remove this ACC positionship from him. They couldn't do anything. Talk about a dog with bark and no bite. No, this is not even a dog. This is a mouse pretending to be a dog who barks and doesn't bite. That's how weak India is showing itself to be in front of the world. And yes, this ICC T20 World Cup situation, okay, yes, it took a Bangladesh to take a stand and show the world that we are not going to capitulate under the BCCI pressure. Yes, it took a Bangladesh to ignite this inferno. Now there are rumors flying left and right, left and right. Okay, oh no, the India versus Pakistan is a revenue generator because of India. I'm like, listen, India versus Pakistan, one match, okay, at many times has more money than all the other matches combined in a tournament. These other matches that also have India in them, okay? So why isn't India and West Indies such a blockbuster? India and Namibia such a blockbuster? India and South Africa such a blockbuster? They aren't. India and Pakistan is a bigger blockbuster than a lot of Indian matches combined. Those matches that don't have Pakistan in them. Okay? So yes, this fiasco or this situation is showing the world that Pakistan has a lot of brand value to world cricket. A lot. Okay? And yes, Pakistan has the upper hand. And Pakistan is making India dance on its fingertips. The sooner you admit it, Vikrant Gupta, the better. And oh my God. Like, I used to respect Vikrant Gupta, man. This is just a personal thing, right? Okay, because a lot of people, and believe me, I have random Indians, okay, random Indians come up to me in person and start to have beef with me, okay? Oh, these people are not safe in your country and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, you know what? I'm done. As a proud Bangladeshi, you know what? I'm done. And I believe a lot of India's neighbors are done too. We don't have to prove anything to India that this country is safe for whom and this country is not safe for whom. No, we don't have to prove anything to India. They need to take a very good look in the mirror before making such accusations, because they know they're not in such a position to do so. But anyways, to the more level-headed brothers and sisters, across the border and, in the entire subcontinent of mine, this shift and ruckus and this shakeup of the world order, the old world order of world cricket, it had to happen. The old system has to go. And now it is time in cricket to have a new world order. I'm sorry, I had to put that in there because part of me is still a bit of a wrestling fan. But anyways, That's the current situation of world cricket right now when it comes to this tournament. And I really hope a resolution is reached. My personal opinion, Pakistan, you go right ahead. Boycott this one match. Boycott this one match. Okay? And from what I understand, I don't think ICC can actually do anything because this is a government directive, and I believe it is written in the ICC bylaws or whatever that if it is a government directive, then the ICC cannot penalize a cricket board for it. I believe something similar happened in the previous Champions Trophy. If the ICC has to maintain its credibility as a cricketing board, as a neutral cricketing board, cricketing organization that does not indulge in favoritism, ICC cannot do anything about it. And Pakistan, yeah, you don't need the black armbands. That's good. Okay, you don't need to boycott this tournament. That's good. Just one match. One match. Show the world that India were unable to convince Pakistan to do things their way, to do things India's way. Just like Bangladesh showed the world that India are unable to make Bangladesh capitulate to do things India's way in cricket, at least for this time. And obviously, I do hope an amicable solution is reached for the betterment of cricket worldwide. And listen, India knows, BCCI knows, they can't exile Pakistan. There's so much money from Pakistan games that they have against India. They can't exile them. If they exile Pakistan, the entirety of cricket will suffer. And India is stuck in a place where they have to appease the broadcasters. They have to not make their political system angry back in India. And they have to make sure a tournament goes smoothly. And on top of all this, okay, India, there goes your 2036 aspirations of hosting the Olympics. Okay. You should have worked with Bangladesh. Well, you reap what you sow. Anyways, those are the current happenings right now. As things unfold, I might make another video about it. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on this whole situation. And as always, hit that like, subscribe, bell notification button. This is your boy, the Bengal Dragon, signing out.
The preceding announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.